We are broadcasting live here at the Leadership Experience Tour. I get to sit down for an exclusive one-on-one interview with the phenomenal Valerie Yvette Peterson. Valerie, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you, Rhonda. I'm so excited.
Can you tell our audience just a little bit more about who you are and all this greatness that you bring to the world?
Absolutely. Well, I am Valerie Yvette Peterson, as you mentioned. I am a poet, a playwright, an author, an inspirational storyteller. I've been in the field for about 35 years.
Wow.
I have about 3 short stories out that's been published for many years, and a lot of my poetry is included in about 5 or 6 anthologies. And what I do is I have a coaching program through my organization, Project Cocoa, which is a nonprofit organization that teaches poetry writing, spoken word recitation, public speaking, teaching them the power of words and how that can transform their lives.
First of all, can you tell us, how did you get involved in this work? I mean, poetry and playwright. I mean, that's awesome.
Yes. I think it started when I was very young. We're going way back to when my parents had me in church and 4 and 5 years old doing speeches and doing Christmas plays. I think that was the beginning of it for me. And then as I got older, I just found a love and a desire to be in front of people.
Can you tell us a little bit about Project Cocoa?
Project Cocoa, is creating opportunities, creating outcomes through action.
Okay, so it's an acronym.
Yes, absolutely. And it's a nonprofit organization that teaches poetry writing. I do master classes. I go into organizations and we do opening sessions, onboarding workshops. And it's all from the perspective of leadership, and it's from the angle that I take with poetry writing be the crust of how a person is beginning their process of connecting with others through communities.
Can you share sort of how poetry, how does it help people?
Life is poetry, and whatever life you're living, regardless of what it is, that can be a way for you to connect with a pen, connect with a piece of paper, and write down your life. Use poetry as a way to define who you are. And then what I do, I help people, poets, after they've written their piece, they stand and I teach them how to perform their piece. I teach them how to add the power and the emphasis to their words. And people are amazed at what they hear, and so it's something that I find great value in, and I hope that others will find that value to connect with us.
Anyone who's like, hey, I want in.
Yes.
Anyone who wants to work with you or just wants to follow your journey, how do they do that?
If you're interested in following me just in general, you can look on any social media network, Valerie Yvette Peterson. And if you're interested in my poetry or my spoken word, you can find me on all streaming platforms where my spoken word is available. Valerie Yvette Peterson as well. And ValerieYvettePeterson.com is my website, and you can get all that you need to know to connect with us so that you too can be on your poetic journey.
Valerie, thank you so much
Thank
for
you,
joining
Rhonda.
us today. It's been
So
a pleasure.